fly as me, ain't a nigga cold as me, ain't another nigga got a swag quite like. But hold up, that's the way I feel. But hold up, but that's the way I feel.
Yo, this is Kendrick Avant, and I am back with part 2 of my interview with Scott. He is a college student right now at the University of Houston downtown, and we are discussing and chopping up what college life is like in 2022.
That's actually one of my dreams, is to open up a school, and I want to reform the schooling system, because I feel like the way that they prepare you for college really doesn't prepare you for college and like prepare you for life. So yeah, it's actually one of my big dreams.
Yep, there's a bunch of articles and blogs and everything about that. I've written a few articles about that. I would like to go to Ecuador and kick off an ESL, a free ESL school in Ecuador for adults and for kids, based right there in Ecuador, and do it all remote and all types of wild shit. I just got to get the money together first to kick it off. I've already spoken to a few people about it in Ecuador, because we went there a few months ago, and I mean, man, that was so wild. Ecuador was so wild out, so damn fun out. We've only been to 5 countries, but out of all 5, Ecuador felt like it was the absolute home of all. I mean, I felt more at home in Ecuador than I felt in Jamaica. It was the first time in my life I ever truly felt like, oh shit, people ain't got to look like you for it to feel like. I don't even speak Spanish. My kids take Spanish classes. I took some in high school. So we're all around there on the phones doing the whole Google Translate with a bunch of other silly Americans and everybody else doing shit like that. But if I was to actually move and get there, then of course, and with ESL school, like, I'm teaching them English, but yo, you teaching me Spanish.
Yeah.
It happen. Like, yo, let's just take this shit and just blow this whole damn community up. Yeah. I really want to do something just like that. But got to get the finances together first.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing now. As an entrepreneur, what I do now is sell character education courses to middle schools and have them put their character education into the ISS programs. That way kids are learning entrepreneurship and all types of wellness stuff. We have guest speakers come in, all types of wild out stuff, and they do it all from the ISS part of the day.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, man. And that's what I was doing after I did social studies as a teacher. It was the last thing I was doing as a teacher. I left social studies. First I was doing Avid, then after Avid I got to doing this. Like, I was always in between IS and doing this. And that was super fun. I loved it. Like, every day was different. I just got sick and had to retire from teaching. Yo, quick question. Mm-hmm. Whenever we are talking about college and everything, so you do not smoke. I'm assuming that means you don't drink. So what kind of things do you do to handle the stress and everything else that comes at you with life, from the parents and the expectations? What do you do to manage things?
So, I stopped drinking around 22-ish, maybe 23.
Nice.
Just because I like feeling drunk. I don't like the process of getting there. But yeah, I mean, I like being drunk. I do, when I can, I do smoke weed a little bit. I actually recently just kicked a nicotine addiction, like, to help with stress. And I mean, I play games and stuff. Love eating when I'm stressed out.
What kind of fruit?
Everything. I've been getting heavy into like a lot of Asian foods. Okay. Going back to like even like my culture. Like, I've been really finding this new appreciation for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to get deep into, because with everything on streaming between Netflix and Hulu, I mean, you can find the right food kind of network, the right food kind of show, and I mean, just be stuck for days, hours, whatever take on that kind of food because of that show. So we got big. We watched there was one on Netflix about soul food, where soul food comes from. Mm-hmm. And man, this shit looked so good. It was so wild out, and it's all the stuff I used to eat. But because I became a pescatarian in 2017,
right?
I don't eat any of that. Like, I don't eat the pork, the ham. I don't eat any animal that walks on land, and we haven't done that in over 5 years. I get made fun of at all the family barbecues. They can't believe the audacity of my ass to show up and not eat any of the barbecue. Like, why'd you even come for it? Like, never good ass time. Like, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? What's up with the rest of it? Let me have some beans, but the beans have bacon in
bacon
it.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's I would like to quit sugar and gluten, but
that's a hard one.
Yeah, those are hard. As long as I've gone is 33 days without sugar. I did no alcohol for 33 days on gluten, sugar, alcohol. And I felt good, but I didn't feel as good as the stress it was going sober like that. I mean, going sober like that caused all copper issues and everything that I even know were there until I went sober. I didn't quit cannabis because that's a major part of how I treat myself. But yeah, man, the alcohol, I slowed that down, and man, I've slowed down with alcohol, but yeah, just absolutely quitting it. Man, I gave it 33 days, and I felt like the last 2 weeks it was getting worse. Like it wouldn't get the first 2 weeks I felt great. Like, oh hell yeah, look at all the energy.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
I get into it. It's like I don't know if I got used to it, but the last 2 weeks it was terrible. It was bad. Everything was getting on my nerves. My patience was short.
Yeah.
And I'm blazing the cannabis as much as I want to, and it was still short patience, aggravation, all types of shit. Yeah, man. So I had to let that go. I'm still good with the food, but yeah, alcohol, the sugar, gluten, alcohol. I eat so cleanly. My wife makes fun of me because I eat so cleanly that you know what? I don't eat clean. I don't eat the meat and a bunch of the other stuff I used to.
Yeah.
I still eat ice cream. Like, man, you give me a pint of Bluebell Millennium Crunch ice cream, it's over with. Give me a pint of that Colin Kaepernick ice cream. It's not even supposed to be ice. Whatever that shit is, I'm killing the game. Any one of these, the little yoga-like spots like Go-Gurts, and you go to get all types of nuts and fruit going in. I mean, I'm gonna have a bowl. My bowl would be like $25, and the kids, and I'm fussing at the kids because their shit is like 10. They get to mine. Yes, sir. $22.993. Oh shit, that's $25. What about you, Daddy? And I break the whole thing. So I still eat a bunch of sugar and shit like that. I just don't eat near as much meat. And because of that, yeah, man, my whole body composition and everything has gotten way different. My wife stays making fun of me. You need to eat something. Like, yeah, I'm eating a bowl of ice cream right now.
There's a funny story. I don't know if you remember this. I was back in 7th grade, and we're going to Bluebell. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
We're going to Bluebell, and like weeks before this, we already knew that Avid was going to Bluebell, so we were just discussing because you're gonna be with a chaperone, and we were talking about, man, we should steal the secret ingredients of Bluebell and we just make our own ice cream. And I don't know, and then you were so down. You're like, oh yeah, Scott. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna distract them, and you're gonna write down the secret recipe. And I was like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna do that shit. Let's go. So we go, and they're walking us on the tour, and they're telling us, oh yeah, we have condensed milk and milk. We turn our shit upside down, so then freeze. And I'm writing this shit down, and I look over at you, and you give me this serious, and I'm like, yeah, you good. And I'm just like, it was just so funny because thinking back, there's just no shot, like ain't no way that you were like, yeah, we're gonna steal this shit. But hey, you put up the act, and I appreciate you for that, man. That was funny to me.
No problem at all. Your field trips are always a good ass time.
Yeah.
We were on one average field trip, and I wasn't an avid teacher whenever you. I was not an avid teacher whenever you were in avid. So they there was one point in education where I was about to quit teaching, and a teacher, I bet you can remember her name, Miss Lucario. I was about to completely quit teaching everything. She convinced me not to quit teaching. She was like, yo, fuck social studies, you can just be an avid teacher, work out here with me. And I was like, what, avid? She's like, yeah, you've been doing the avid field trips, blah, blah, blah. So I knew about avid. I just didn't know the notes and all the
Cornell notes. Yeah.
Yeah, like I knew about it, but of course, I wasn't as hard on it as I should have been until I became an avid teacher.
Right.
I remember on one of my last avid field trips, we went to UT Austin, and Mr. Woolley had a class, and it was like, as long as they did some kind of project in this classroom and made like an A, then those kids, even though they weren't avid, could go on this trip to Austin.
Yeah.
So we went on Austin, dude, and of course, I'm not an avid teacher. He's like, yo, Mr. Avant, look, you know a bunch of these kids. How about you just come with us and you just be a chaperone? Like, we're going right with me, going roll with y'all. Dude, we got pop, man, because we got to UT Austin. And I don't know, like I remember a bunch of the kids' names. I remember because a bunch of them still communicated, talk to me and everything. Dude, we got so lost off the doggone resort of the UT Austin trip that like at some point we were close to like a shake joint. And I was about to go into the shake joint, like there was like a local bar, kind of strip clubby like area. And I was about to go in, and a girl comes out, she's talking to us, and I had told the kids, yo, if we ever see a black woman come out, if she has a car, I want y'all to pretend like I'm daddy and like we're all just lost. And they were like, yo, Mr. You bullshit. Serious, man. We got to find a way to get our asses back to the school buses. I don't know what the fuck we did, because we did, cell phones wasn't popping their way back then.
Right.
And that's exactly what we ended up doing. Some girl comes out and they were like, yo, but daddy, I don't know how the hell, how the thing is. We ended up talking to her and she ended up walking with us and walked us wherever the hell we were, all the way back to where the hell we supposed to be. So good time with them damn field trips, man. Them field trips, good ass times. That reminds me of Miss Lucario. I need to call her today.
Yeah, yo, shout out to Miss Lucario, and then shout out to Miss Baltazar. I haven't heard from her in a while, so I mean, I hope she's well.
Yeah, Miss Baltazar was good people. I think she was running everything whenever she was running the whole show.
Yeah, she was like the coordinator for like Klein. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that was the good old days, man. That was the good old days.
Dog, it is hard as hell, but it's easy as fuck. You focus on your good to get what you want. That's what's up. All things one love.
Check this out. What movie is the hottest movie that you have seen recently? When I say movie, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
So the most recent one for me is Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, we got that in the crib and haven't seen it yet. Keep wanting to see it, just haven't stopped to take time.
How to do it. Support, just like the Asians and stuff.
Yep.
It's for the culture. And which I try to do as much as I can. I take that from the Black community. You guys always show up to the theaters, because I used to work.
That, man.
Yeah, I work at a theater. Or I used to work at a theater as a server, because this is a dine-in theater. And like you guys always show out to support every movie that has a strong like Black cast. Actually, our record for that specific store was Black Panther. Like to this day has not been broken. Y'all come out for like Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish. Yeah. So
I told we saw Spider-Man. I'm not gonna give it a spoiler or anything like that. But we got through seeing Spider-Man, and it was an awesome movie, off the chain. And the reason I cut off the chain, because there was not a single time in the movie could I think, oh shit, they should have done this or they should have done that. Everything to me was done to the point where I have no complaint. It was just an awesome ass movie. So I'm talking with my son at the end of it. He's telling me how it was the greatest Marvel movie yet, blah, blah, blah. We haven't seen, neither one of us has seen Shang-Chi. He says it was Spider-Man. After Spider-Man, he put the last Venom. Whatever, dude, Venom. So he asked me, well, what do you think, Daddy? I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Black Panther. Like, man, I got to, man, because
you have to.
Because of what you just said. I got to say Black Panther, man, because, dude, we still do this Wakanda shit around the family. Like, we still use the word colonizer because we heard this shit in Black Panther. Like, when we get mad, we fucking colonizers. Like, oh my God, goddamn Trumps and colonizers. Oh,
yeah.
Like, no matter how fly Black Panther, no matter how fly Spider-Man gets, whatever gets, like, we're not leaving with shit like that stuck to your mind where it just stays rocking and rolling with it. It was the same thing with that, The Harder They Fall, the Netflix thing. I reviewed it and I gave it an A. There's all type of plot holes and everything in The Harder They Fall. But it was so strongly aligned to my cultural ties.
Right.
That it transcends what I normally rate a movie at, because it has these strong cultural ties to everything, man. It's just what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always for the culture. Like, you had to preserve culture, you know?
Yes. Yeah, man. Man. You're right on that one. So whenever you saw, did you grow up a Shang-Chi fan, or was that a surprise movie that hit you?
It was just when I first saw that was coming out, I had to research it because I didn't know anything about Shang-Chi. Obviously, back then is a little bit more racist and stuff like that, but that's like, that's in the past, that's fine. So yeah, when I found out, I was like, oh yeah, we watching this. No matter what, we watching this. Yeah, you had to.
Dude, the real talk, that's the way we did Black Panther. Like I grew up as a kid, Black Panther was so low down the awesome superheroes list growing up.
Right.
We played Marvel role-playing games and everything that I paid Black Panther no attention. But when it came up to movie theaters and they talked about how it was 90% Black and African American cast and doing the hair and everything, like, oh, whoa. And my wife doesn't care about any type of superhero movie.
Right.
That shit, she called it for her sister. Like we made it the whole family event to go catch because it was so on the line to the
good.
culture, man.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's it. And to this day, she's like everything else, she's like, I really don't care about. She saw Hard As They Fall with me. And that's because it was so strongly aligned to the culture. Everything else, man, she's on like the Real Housewives type of stuff, dating shows.
Oh, yeah.
She's on all that other type. She's on everything else except for real serious movies and shows and shit like that, unless it's strongly aligned to the culture itself. Yeah, so you're right on that one. Whenever it comes to taking this back to stress, so we've already talked a little bit about things that you do. You do the basics part of it. Do you have any advice for juggling, dating, and college, keeping that balance, the love life and the college life? Because I heard you mention it a while ago about you got a date coming up later on today.
Yeah.
What is your advice to a young Scott on dating and balancing their college, those studies?
Yeah, I think as long as you try to make an effort, make time for each other, that it will always work out. I mean, obviously there's like some like behind the scenes stuff that you have to do, time management, because like if you don't have your shit done and then you guys try to, go on a date or go on a trip or whatever, you're gonna come back, you're gonna be behind. So you want to get your stuff done up front. And she's really good at this, by the way. Like if we have something coming up, she's like, yeah, let me just knock all this out today. Tomorrow I go to work and then we're gonna see each other on like a Friday or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even just like if y'all can't get stuff knocked out, I mean, study dates are a thing. So you could always come together, study together, do your homework together and all that. Those. Yeah.
I've heard about those, man. The study date for me was always.
It doesn't lead to studying. Yeah.
It was always just to get something else. Like I'm showing up without a book.
Yes,
like,
sir.
I'm showing up because, hey, you got a book? I don't have a book. You know what I'm saying? Can I come to you over there and study a little bit? Why don't you have the book? Look, man, hard times. You don't have the book. Let me just come study for a little while with you. I'm only over there for one reason. It's not about study. Absolutely. Of course, I really don't have the book, and I really have missed most of the class. That whole thing.
Right.
Shit, I'm only over there because you are the particular girl who has a book that says, yeah, come over here.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there and eat and do everything else I can except for study.
Yeah.
Except for study.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. Something I wish I knew as a young college person. You want to make things more efficient in the love life? Check out the book 5 Love Languages. Dude, if you know what your love language is and what her love language are, that gets rid of so much wasted time in anything that you're doing with people. Even with your parents, they get rid of so much wasted time.
Yeah. I actually, so we done like the test and everything. I don't know how accurate it is, but yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think I could do a little bit better. Loving her the way that she receives love best.
Yeah.
And which is I think for her is the quality time. Which is a little is difficult, when you're juggling school and work and all that. But yeah, I mean, definitely more effort on my part. Yeah.
You know what that is? That can go in all couples, because as much as I brag and talk about the 5 languages of love, I tell my partners about it, homeboys, everything. Because they look at me like, dude, stop that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She got to understand this. You know what I'm saying? A man got to do. They always do. Even my father always hits me with that.
Yeah.
A man, a woman, a man, blah blah blah. And my wife, as much as I read and talk about it, my wife has not read the book. At this point now, after maybe a year and a half of me always talking about it, now she accepts and believes her love language. Like she sees how this shit works because this made me a better parent and everything. But just my whole point is that even though she has not done it, our relationship was way strong. A lot of times, yeah, man, what I was saying, let me bring that to the end. It helps out a lot with us because I'm words of affirmation. So I will sit there and talk like, oh, baby, you did this. Baby, thank you for this and blah, blah, blah. And dude, she will be literally rolling her eyes and looking at the phone like, okay. It'll hurt my feelings because I'm just trying to tell her some real shit.
Right.
Like, oh, it's so-and-so. Wait, babe, why you looking at your phone? I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you. All the time. Because I understand now she has gifts and I can say shit like, oh my gosh, thank you. I am going to fold the clothes. Ooh, oh my gosh, thank you. Let me make sure the kids will clean the dishes.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that. She receives as a gift or as an act of service now. So even though I'm not wasting all that time telling her how special she is because you did this, now I just say thank you and make the kids do something or I do something. It goes off. It makes us a whole lot better, a whole lot stronger, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot better. I'm trying to make it that way happen with the I can do it with my 3 girls. I have not figured out my son's love language yet. I have no idea what it is. Cause like 16-year-old boys, I remember when I was a 16-year-old boy, everything gets on your nerves. You feel like everybody, you feel like everything, you feel like every time that somebody says something to you, they're actually talking shit to you. Like if I say something, yo son, have you taken the trash out? You always asking me, do I take the trash out? That's your goddamn chore, man. That's the reason you get to the trash out. You don't check them for their chore. Like all this shit goes on all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Different stuff like that. Feelings hurt. I mean, all the like I don't know. I really don't know what the hell his love language is. I don't know if it's gifts, language, acts of service. And every once in a while he responds back to different things. But like say if I give him a super good compliment, if I try to come back and he was, oh man, appreciate that, daddy. I'm remembering like, hell yeah, I'll write it down or something like that. Next day or two, I tried again. He ain't receiving that shit at all. No. I tried to slide him some money one time. Appreciate it. Big love, big love. Next time come to the bank, do the same thing again. It's like I've done nothing.
Damn. It's like
So
that.
I don't know what his love language is. I'm gonna figure out at some point, because at least I know now as a father that there's something out there. I just got to figure out what the hell his is.
Right.
I don't know what my father's is either. He and I have a bunch of miscommunication and shit with my pops, but I don't know what the hell his is. I know what mine is. Mine is words of affirmation. I don't know either one of theirs is.
Dog, it is hard as hell, but it's easy as fuck. You focus on your good to get what you want. That's what's up. All things one love.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough too, and to like change the way you interact with like people close to you, just to try to accommodate to their love language, especially when you're like the way you show love is a lot different.
Yeah. Well, check this, Scott. I'm gonna get ready to let you go so you can do the rest of your day, man. Before we go, I'm always asking everybody who comes on Disabled But.
Yeah.
Tell me something you're grateful for, but I got to hear the why part, the story of it. So you just can't say I'm grateful that I have on a black headband.
Right.
You gotta tell me why that particular black headband is making it so grateful today, because maybe it matches the clothes.
Right.
The one that she gave you, whatever it is. I want to hear the why part of whatever it is making you grateful.
Right. I'm actually, and this is going to sound real crazy, I'm kind of grateful. I'm really grateful actually for COVID, because it has given me more time. It's helped me grow, and as a person, I've learned a lot. Actually, COVID hit, I started going to a black barber.
No, man, nice.
Yeah. So, and it's stuff like small things like that like, like changes like in my life, and like without COVID, I'd still be going to those $4.99 cuts and stuff. So yeah,
nice.
It's stuff like that. Yeah,
man, I love that answer. I tell people all the time that because I am 100% disabled now. Like I can't. My legs have all types of issues. My left arm has all types of issues. A lot of times my vision goes in and out. Man, it wasn't until COVID hit where, since people can't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Suddenly now my kids are home more. Even my wife is home more. And since everybody's home more, I can actually see people more. And then that made Zoom and everything else. Like I didn't have a Zoom account. I knew about Zoom before COVID.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I don't think I couldn't even rock without Zoom. Is one of my favorite apps now.
Right.
I'm on Zoom all the time. I got a podcast now.
Yeah.
The same thing you talking about with that growth and everything just exploding and making things shit get all better. I got a job there. I was a substitute teacher before COVID. COVID hit. I couldn't do it anymore. I was already wheelchair bound.
Right.
Like I'm actually a substitute in a wheelchair and shit like that, and trying to get around to do all types of wild out stuff, which is crazy story. I was the substitute for a school in Conroe, dude, and when the fight was about to break out, one of the guys literally says in the class, and literally says, "I'm gonna beat your ass, and ain't nothing that stupid ass handicapped teacher gonna do to stop me."
God,
dude.
That's why I hate it.
I literally just do this like,
yo, man.
The class looks at me and somebody goes, "Oh," and I just threw my hands up. Dude, really, man, I haven't even told y'all to stop. Come on, man. Some people bust out laughing. The bell rings. They push each other. They walk out and shit like that. Yeah, man, that's the whole thing.
That's why I hate kids, man.
Yeah, man.
they brutal, no filter.
Oh man, but raw honesty.
Yeah,
raw honesty, man. So yeah, that same sentiment that you said about COVID, I can feel you with that.
Yeah.
It is forcing the world to make changes and make accommodations in certain things, and it may not be handled the way people want. And there's been an incredible loss of life, and you're cognizant, and everybody's cognizant of that. But yeah, man, I actually feel like I would not be this big, this grown of a person, this change of a person.
Yeah.
If I didn't go through all this, if I hadn't had to go through all this.
Yeah. Same way
with you on that one.
Yeah.
100% with you on that one, man. But Scott, man, again, let me give you 1,000 thank yous for interviewing me, for allowing me to interview you here on the Disabled But podcast. Tell you, man, at any point, if you want to come back, I'd love to have you back because
whenever. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, because I want to hear more about the college life. I want to really get into it because I know there are some younger students who are just now graduating and stuff like that who listen to this podcast. They send me stuff. That's why I was asking you things about how you handle the dating life and how you work-life balance, because I know stuff like that for them, boom, that's going to help them out. So yeah, big love to you on that one, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Big love, man.
Yeah, no problem. I'll check you later, man. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll see you next year. Literally, see you next year.
Absolutely.
Super cheesy. All right, man, I'm out.
All right, yes, sir.
Be pretty, stay grateful.
Flies me, ain't a cold as me, ain't another got a swag quite like. But hold up, that's the way I feel. But hold up, but that's the way I feel. Ain't enough. Every time I gear to them raw. That's the way that I was brought up. That's the way that I was taught. That's the way that I was bred, dog. That's the way that I was raised. So when hustles in my music, man, them blunts get played. See, I'm the king of my throne. East Texas till I'm gone.